Magic Johnson, an investor in the Dodgers ownership group, credited majority owner Mark Walter for having the franchise 2 wins away from its third World Series title in 6 years. Johnson said of Walter, who led the group that in 2012 bought the Dodgers, "If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today. He brought all of us in as owners. He promised the fans he was going to put a great product on the field, and he's done just that." Fox's Derek Jeter asked the Lakers great if the NBA team still has the top spot in LA. Johnson said, "It's still a Lakers town, but here come the Dodgers. They're putting a bunch of pressure on the Lakers." However, Johnson, alluding to the pending purchase of the Lakers by a group headed by Walter, said, "Now one man owns both teams." 2025 World Series pregame, Fox, October 28th. Going once, going twice. ESPN.com's Ramona Shelburne cited sources as saying that Walter was scheduled to present his bid for the Lakers to the NBA's Advisory Finance Committee last Friday and could be approved as the franchise's new majority owner by the end of the month. Sources said that the committee will review Walter's bid at a $10 billion valuation to buy a controlling share of the franchise from the Buss family and then make a recommendation to the Board of Governors. The Buss family will retain a minority ownership stake of more than 15%, allowing Lakers Governor Jeannie Buss to remain in her role for the foreseeable future. It's not hyperbole to say that the San Antonio Spurs are the best team in the Western Conference. Not only do they boast the best net rating of any team, but the Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder are the only 2 undefeated Western Conference teams. The scary part? The Spurs are without their second-best player. De'Aaron Fox is yet to make his debut. Instead, Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper have been sharing point guard duties to great success. Of course, the Spurs are built around Victor Wembanyama, who is emerging as the best player in the world. Once Fox returns and gets up to speed, the Spurs are expected to continue to dominate. The Los Angeles Lakers, meanwhile, are built in a similar way and have found success without their 2 best players. Both the Spurs and Lakers have the same problem. San Antonio Spurs have too many ball handlers. Once Luka Doncic and LeBron James return, Austin Reeves will get a lot fewer touches. The problem? Reeves has been fantastic. The same can be said for Harper and Castle once Fox returns. One of them, likely Castle, will have to step into a bigger off-ball role. Harper, meanwhile, may see a minute reduction. While Reeves, Harper, and Castle have been fantastic, the Lakers and Spurs will be better once they get to full health. They will have to quickly figure out what the rotations and responsibilities look like. "It's a great problem to have, and they will figure it out," declared Lakers insider Jovan Boha during a live stream. "I think Castle can play off the ball and be more of a 2-guard in certain configurations." It's honestly in some ways kind of similar to what the Lakers have going on right now, where they have Luka, Austin, and LeBron. They're trying to figure out how to make that work with 3 high-usage primary ball handlers in San Antonio. Of course, that doesn't even factor in Wembanyama, who is the main cog of the Spurs offense. Unlike the Lakers, the Spurs have an all-NBA big man for their facilitators and ball handlers to dump the ball off to. Spurs to eventually follow LA Lakers' blueprint. Last season, the Lakers played well when Doncic, Reeves, and James were all healthy. This season, fans are expecting more of the same. However, both Reeves and James will be free agents this summer, and only one is expected to return to Los Angeles. The Spurs are in a similar position. All 3 players are under contract for at least the next 3 seasons, although Harper and Castle especially hold massive trade value. If the trio doesn't quite live up to expectations, one could be shipped out for a better fit. I think, ultimately, how much those guys can play off the ball, and the way they can play off the ball is going to determine the viability of that trio, Boha finished. Of course, Castle could excel as a small forward, or Harper could slot into the 6th-man role. The Spurs have plenty of options. Unlike the Lakers, they haven't seen what their trio looks like all on the court at the same time. Results may vary. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic both being out with injuries, the Los Angeles Lakers have been relying heavily on their 3rd superstar, Austin Reeves. However, with his contract possibly expiring this year with a player option he can decline, the Lakers might need to move him if they don't re-sign him. According to Bleacher Report's Dan Favale, the Lakers' old blockbuster trade partner, the Dallas Mavericks, could be at the top of the list to trade for Reeves. Few teams need someone who can dribble more than the Dallas Mavericks. The list of squads in front of them plummets to zero if Kyrie Irving doesn't return from an ACL injury this season. Building a workable deal gets fairly easy if you can find a third-party facilitator. The Mavs have a tantalizing young big man in Derek Lively, two alongside whom Doncic has already played, as well as two first-rounders they can dangle, including Los Angeles' own 2029 pick, Favale wrote. So far this season, Reeves is averaging 34.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. While it's only been 5 games, it's important to note that Reeves stepped up to replace the production of LA's other two stars. The Lakers could keep Reeves, but that means they would probably have to accept they can't get another superstar anytime soon. With Doncic making $50+ million per year and Reeves projected to make around $40 million per year, it's really up to the Lakers to decide if he's worth it. With his current stats, he definitely is. However, the Lakers still might want to consider this trade if they want a different superstar to headline with Doncic for the foreseeable future. Fifth-year Los Angeles Lakers guard Austin Reeves is in the middle of the best week of his blossoming NBA career. Just a few nights after scoring a career-high 51 points against the Sacramento Kings, Reeves made a buzzer-beater to guide the Lakers to a 116-115 road win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the process, he became just the fourth Laker ever to score 171 or more points through the first 5 games of an NBA season, joining legends such as Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and Kobe Bryant. Furthermore, Reeves is only the third player in history to record 170+ points and 50+ assists through the first 5 games of a season, and only the 7th ever to tally at least 25 points and 5 assists in each of his first 5 games. Remarkably, the last Laker to achieve the latter was West in the 1970-71 season. Kevin Garnett warns Lakers. As Austin Reeves continues his historic start, Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett has warned the Lakers that Reeves may want his own team in the future and may not want to play in the shadow of superstars Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Shit. Ick. Austin Reeves might be auditioning for a number 1 spot somewhere in his mind. Check the history without Luka and Bron. Let's see, the Twolves icon wrote. Reeves, who owns a $14.8 million player option for the 2026-27 season, is widely expected to opt out of his contract and test free agency in the 2026 offseason. As such, the Lakers may be forced to back up the Brinks truck to retain Reeves, a blossoming superstar. Another James Harden situation? In recent years, teams such as the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks faced a similar situation when James Harden, 2012, and Jalen Brunson, 2021, became free agents. According to Kevin Durant, Harden was encouraged by players around the league to leave the Thunder, where he played as a 6th man, and to seek his own team. Harden did precisely that by signing with the Rockets, a decision that changed the trajectory of his career. Harden would go on to win multiple scoring titles and one MVP award. Me, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook had just come off the Finals Olympics, so I wasn't really thinking about contracts or none of that, Durant said on Netflix's Starting 5 documentary via Sports Illustrated. So, when they started talking about it right at training camp, I'm like, oh, expletive, I never thought there was a possibility he was leaving though, Durant said of Harden. And what really pissed me off is like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and so many dudes around the NBA sending tweets out like, congrats to my bro James. He got his. Like, he's going to Houston, he going to kill there, when they was just happy we wasn't together no more. They was so happy I know LeBron James and them was so expletive happy we wasn't together anymore. I was like, shut the expletive up, y'all just was expletive, scared y'all knew we was on the way. Reeves reportedly turned down a 4-year, $89.2 million extension from the Lakers this past offseason, making it clear that he was seeking at least $30 million a season. It would appear he made the right call, as he could be in line for a maximum level contract.